Hey guys, my name is Corey Rafferty. So I picked Kirkpatrick's training evaluation model. The reason I picked this is because it pertained to the welding department very well. We actually use this module in a good bit of what we teach. So just to give a little outline of the levels, level 1 is reaction, and that's the degree to which participants find the training favorable, engaging, and relevant to their jobs. Level 2 is learning, the degree to which participants acquire the intended knowledge, skills, attitude, confidence, and commitment based on their participation in the training. Level 3 is behavior, the degree to which participants apply what they learned during training when they are back on the job. Level 4 is results, the degree to which targeted outcomes occur as a result of training and the support and accountability package. So we're gonna break these down individually. Level 1 is reaction. So level 1, we want to talk about their overall satisfaction and engagement of the course. Do the students feel like the class is relevant to their degree, and were the assignments engaging? So what we mean by this is when your student takes your class, is your assignments and coursework relevant to what they are going to see in the field, or is it going to help them understand things better? And hopefully we are doing our due diligence and making things relevant to their future career. But there have been a couple classes in my degree that I've been like, is this really going to help me? Am I really going to need this later on in my career? And it's made me struggle on wanting to continue to pursue my degree, just because of those classes, and they were mandatory classes, and it just confused me. So a good example of this is we host welding competitions for high school level and college levels, and we can judge our students' reactions really well in the competition on whether or not they really understand what we taught them or what their teacher or instructor taught them, by their reactions, their facial expressions, how they're walking around, and this is really important in the adult learners side of it. Once again, if an adult learner doesn't have that drive or feel like anything that they're taking is relevant to their job or their career, they're going to shy away from it, and they're not going to want to do it. So level 2 is learning. Level 2 focuses on what your students have and haven't learned. To measure how much your students have learned, start by identifying what you want to evaluate. You can measure learning in different ways depending on the objectives. It is helpful to measure these areas before and after training. So this is really good. We kind of do this in the welding department as well. In the beginning, we assess our students on if some of them come in with prior experience and some come in just brand new. We kind of give them a little project to do and see where their skills are at. And then later on, after they closer to the end of the semester or possibly even midterms, we will give them the same project and see where their skills lie, what maybe we need to brush up on, or if they've really mastered it already. And if they've mastered it, then we move them on to the next thing. So level 2 is a big deal, as far as what your students have learned, because if they're not learning what you need them to learn, then you need to assess your way of evaluating them. Level 3 is behavior. Be sure to develop processes that encourage, reinforce, and reward positive changes in behavior. Effectively measuring behavior is a long-term process that should take place over weeks or months. Did the students put any of their learning to use? Can students help other students that might struggle with the same issue? I've noticed this a lot. We have some students who just kind of get down on themselves. They really struggle. They may not be understanding the way I'm explaining things to them, but another student comes along and explains it in a way that student really understands it. As long as they are getting the end result that I want, I am fine with my other students helping them. A lot of times, getting help from your peers is really helpful. I've had students who are just super shy, won't ask questions, and they get help from their peers, and their attitude. I've seen it. Their attitude just changes. Um, the way we've developed some processes that encourage reinforcement and reward positive changes in behavior is a certification. So our students come in fresh, new, and don't know a thing. They're gunning for that certification to get that job, even though when they go apply for that job, they're going to have to take a certification test. But we give them a packet to do, and as they progress through that packet and they start getting better and better at their skill set, they get the chance to do a weld test, and that weld test will actually certify them. We have a certified welding inspector, which is the other instructor. He actually certifies them in-house, and once that student gets that welding certification, they feel like they're on top of the world. They think they can do everything, and that is awesome. It changes their behavior, especially for my example is a welding competition. Again, in these welding competitions, you get first, second, and third, and you get the opportunity to go to the state competition. And if you win state, you get to go to nationals and represent Alabama at nationals. And it really has helped our students out as far as giving them that level of confidence that, hey, I can do this, I've done this, I have no issues, I shouldn't have no issues with going and getting a job. So level 4's results. Are you seeing the desired results that you want? Is your student truly mastering and giving it their all? Are they struggling a lot? Are they asking questions, or are they just closed off? I mean, you need the student to be open to you, or even, like I said before, their peers. I've noticed that's really helped. This level is most likely going to be the most time consuming, and that's true because you're going to have to figure out what you're going to use to judge them, to measure these outcomes, which outcomes, benefits, or final results most closely linked to the class. I mean, you have to have something set up to where when that student is ready for that final exam or that welding test, they are ready, and they know they are ready. And again, our welding competitions really do well with that. We give them a blueprint, we give them projects on different processes to do, and usually it's not for beginners, it is for advanced students. There are beginner competitions that focus on one single process, but the advanced ones I really enjoy because it focuses on all the processes. Focuses on MIG, TIG, flux, stick, focuses on oxyfuel cutting, and it focuses on blueprint reading, weld procedure reading, and basic weld knowledge. It really brings everything into a scope for the student to actually show that, hey, this student really has understood and really taken a liking, for lack of a better term, to this, that this is what they want to do. They have put everything into it. I believe this is my last one. These are my references. This one, I picked the Kirkpatrick training module because it was so relevant to our field. These books, as you see, evaluating training programs and 4 levels of training evaluation, they're really good books to read. I'd highly recommend CTE programs and possibly even other programs to get it. And I think that's all I got. Thank you. Bye.